Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation to the what if that I brought out yesterday, and that is what if Naruto merged with Kurama, part 2. Now as usual guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and just because you guys have been really awesome and patient with me, I'm just going to leave the likes at 100 guys. If you guys reach 100 likes, then I bring the what if out, okay, again the next day. Not only that guys, I hope you guys understand what I'm going to say now, but next week onwards, I'm going to do videos, 1 hour videos, where I'm going to put a like goal out, and if you guys reach that certain like goal, I'll bring the whole entire series out that week, okay? Even if it's like a 10-part series, I'll bring out 2 videos a day, okay? So fair warning, watch out for Sunday. I'm going to put a voting system out, and if you guys make the like goal for the first video that comes out on Monday, and I mean the like goal will probably be like for instance 1,000 likes if you want to get a whole movie out in a week, you know, then I'm going to do so. So bear in mind for that, okay guys? And so yeah, without wasting any more time, because I just jibber-jabbered for like another 30 seconds, let's continue on with this cool as what if that I actually like, and that is what if Naruto merged with Kurama, part 2. Now let's begin. Now, of course, I'm going to do a recap on what happened previously, guys, and then want to jump straight into the new part of the spot, okay, guys? So, let's do a quick recap. Due to Shisui being Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata's teacher, these kids are so much more adaptable and powerful, much like how Shisui trained Itachi, okay? They are all going to have a similar persona, even Sasuke, but it's going to be amplified by their connection with each other, both Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata. And around this time, of course, Naruto has made it a thing with Hinata. Sasuke just finished saving Karin, and so all 4 of them are standing outside the Forest of Death, while Shisui is dealing damage to you-know-who, the legendary Sanin himself, Orochimaru. So let us begin. Orochimaru looks on with fear, because he knew there was a bigger difference between Shisui and Itachi. He knew it. Every Uchiha knew it. There was only one other person that had a powerful Sharingan like him, and that was Itachi's dad. But that was even rare to know, okay? Unless you were a war hero in the 3rd Great Ninja War, then you will hear about the red demon named Fugaku. Well, Shisui's on that level. He was a kid, and he was on that level. Like, man. So, it goes to show that not only Orochimaru is well informed, he knows exactly what he has to do to get away from this. He immediately uses a jutsu to remove his eyes and focus solely on sensory ninjutsu. That's all he can do. The moment that Shisui makes contact with his eyes, it's over. But unfortunately for Orochimaru, it was already over before it began. When Shisui put Manda under genjutsu, he also put Orochimaru under genjutsu. The whole time Orochimaru believes he is fighting, he's actually just getting beat up. That's all he is. He's not fighting. Shisui takes his anger out on him, because when Shisui genjutsu'd him, he found out exactly what Orochimaru wanted, or exactly what Orochimaru was going to do, and that made him angry. Because I must state, Shisui didn't deal with the Uchiha clan being massacred too well. He used his role to protect Naruto and Sasuke as a cover to hide his emotion. But seeing what Orochimaru wanted to do to one of the last Uchiha, someone that he called now Shisui, who now considers a little brother, this makes him so angry, beyond angry, and he starts to fully manifest his perfect Susanoo, to the point where the sword, his big ass sword, is as big as like a lance drill, you know. Big as flame is wrapping around his Susanoo as he stands up straight. Everyone in the village that see Shisui's power, they are just bewildered. Danzo is in absolute fear. The 3rd Hokage is excited. This makes him happy, knowing that the person that he is going to choose to take over his spot when he either retires or when someone needs to, he knows for a fact that the person that will take over will be Shisui. And as Shisui stands there, Orochimaru is done for. Done for. And what goes down is, before he can kill Orochimaru, the 3rd Hokage does appear and tells him that's enough. Shisui smiles, and he instantly drops down, and he lands. What goes down is Danzo appears too. Danzo looks at Shisui, but Shisui doesn't even make eye contact with him. Shisui puts his mask back on, tells the 3rd Hokage, "Is there anything else you need, sir?" Lord 3rd, and he goes, I'll speak to you later on in my office. For now, go rally up all the Ginnings." He goes, "Yes, sir." Shisui instantly jumps away, like it was nothing. Danzo still looks at Shisui and goes, I don't know, Hiruzen. Their display of power, that is too dangerous. Hiruzen goes, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, if he was to turn that power upon us, we will be done for. How do we know he hasn't even put us under a genjutsu to listen to him? And the third Hokage breathes out and he goes, looks at Danzo and he goes, this is the problem with you, Danzo. Danzo looks at the third Hokage and goes, you don't see the true purpose of why I allowed Shisui to live. Why Shisui is here. And the Danzo goes, why? Naruto Uzumaki is one step away from becoming the worst threat this village and this world has ever seen. There's a bigger difference to what it would normally be if he was a Jinchuriki, but the fact that Naruto Uzumaki's spirits and his chakra are fully fused with the Nine Tails, I couldn't even imagine how powerful this kid would be if he doesn't have the Nine Tails cage up. Danzo's eyes widened, and he goes, what are you saying? He goes, Naruto is not only the perfect Jinchuriki, but he's the forever vessel of the Nine Tails. Danzo's bewildered. He's like, how did you? And he pulls out a scroll. Kushina used this. It can never be undone. The only way she could do this was using the Reaper Death Seal and her spirit. It is not only tied to Naruto by his chakra and spirit, but the Death God's touch itself. And Danzo's like, can it be removed? I just told you. Even with the Nakano Shrine, the Uzumaki Shrine, even with the mask, the Death God mask, you will not be able to remove it. I made it a point to take down the entire Uzumaki Shrine and take all the masks into storage, and Danzo agrees. He goes, I see, now I understand. Shisui is the only one possible to keep Naruto under control. And he goes, yes. So if you want to die a really young early death there, Shimura, then I will suggest you keep your opinions to yourself when it comes to Shisui. After all, he is going to be my successor. This hits Danzo really deep, because Danzo had pretty much Tobirama Senju's feeling towards Uchiha. And he shuts up and walks away, bows to the third Hokage and walks away. Third Hokage's looking at Orochimaru. Orochimaru's paralyzed. He can't do nothing. He takes Orochimaru to the hospital, where they learn that he has the living reanimation, or living corpse jutsu, where he jumps through body to body every so often. That's why he's looking for a body. And so it goes down, and the Chunin exam begins. Still continues. Gaara's team makes it there first, despite Naruto's team being better. It's the fact that Gaara's team and them were still close to the tower itself within the forest of death. Sorry, I just got the hiccups. Anyway, what goes down is Gaara sees Naruto, and Naruto sees Gaara. They both have an instant connection. Shikaku was so fuming within Gaara. At the same time, Shikaku was scared, because when Shikaku looks at Naruto, all he sees is the Nine Tails, unrestrained power, and the amount of power that Naruto is presenting right now can kill Shikaku. He can only imagine what would this kid be if he had the full power. And this is where Shikaku pulls his anger back, pulls as much as his emotional display towards Gaara, so Kurama wouldn't catch on. But too late, Kurama already caught on. He goes, hey stupid Tanoki, I see you over there. Gaara hears that, he's like, what the? And he goes, you stupid fox, you're not meant to look over here. And what happens is both Naruto and Gaara instantly interrupt into their mindscapes, and both Nine Tails and the One Tails talk to each other. And Gaara's like, you're a Jinchuriki? And Naruto's like, yeah, I am. But when Gaara sees the chains around Naruto's body, he goes, what is that? And he goes, these are my spirit chains, pretty much. Me and the Nine Tails are permanently fused. And Shikaku goes, I knew it! Hey, fox, what's it like being bound to a human forever? And the Nine Tails goes, hey, dummy little squirrel. And he goes, huh? Unlike you, I get to experience life. And he says, what are you saying? He goes, that chain connected to me and that kid, I feel the world like he does. Me and him are one of the same. And this blows Shikaku's mind. And my purpose is, Shikaku can feel that Kurama don't have that superiority complex like he used to have. It's actually super diminished, and he's more like Naruto. And Shikaku's like, wait. Are you saying me this boy has changed you? You, Kurama? And what happens is, Kurama goes, shut up, Shikaku. Shikaku laughs immediately, and then what happens is, before Kurama leaves, he goes, you know what, Shikaku? You don't know how much power you can have if you actually helped your Jinchuriki. Now I understand why Kyuki is so happy with his Jinchuriki. And he looks at Shikaku. Shikaku looks at Kurama. And he goes, "This is the last name I'm gonna say. Nice seeing you." Kurama disappears from the mindscape and says Naruto. But while Kurama and Shikaku were talking, Naruto and Gaara were talking. And when they combined fists, Naruto got to see Gaara's perspective. And to the real world, Naruto and Gaara just fist bumped. They're just looking at them. Naruto's chakra is emitting around him. Gaara has sand around him. Everyone thinks something bad's gonna happen. Until Naruto puts his hands down, a tear goes down Naruto's eyes, just like Gaara's eyes. Naruto walks over to Gaara and gives him a hug and goes, "Not to worry, I'm your friend. I am here." Gaara instantly lets his guard down. He's shaking, and Tamari and what's his name, Conqueror, are like, "Gaara?" And he leans back and goes, "This kid, he's just like me." And he smiles. "Thank you, Naruto. I appreciate it. I have a long way to go with my tailed beast I see. At least I know his name." Naruto goes, "Cool. So I'm looking forward to when we fight, right, Gaara?" And Gaara goes, "If we fight." And Sasuke goes, "Too right, if we fight. If you're challenging me, you're not going to win. Especially if you have a tailed beast." And Naruto's like, "That's unfair, Sasuke." Sasuke goes, walks away. Conqueror and Tomorrow don't know what the hell's happening. But Naruto goes, "Well, see you then, Gaara." And Gaara smiles and fist bumps. Naruto goes, yeah, see you there, Naruto." Naruto walks away and Conqueror and Tomorrow go, "What happened?" And he goes, "For the first time in my life, the one-tails Shikaku." And Gaara touches his head where the seal is on his head. He goes, "Thank you, old man." And he looks at Gaara as Shikaku. And so from there, what goes down is the final part of their test, where they have their battles. Rock Lee vs Gaara. They still goes down the same. However, the killing intent is not there no more. Shikaku pulled back a lot of his frustration, seeing what Kurama said was true. You know, if he just pulled back and at least helped a little bit, he wouldn't be so aggro, being sealed within the person, and find true purpose. And so Shikaku begins to watch Gaara, and actually was surprised even seeing Rock Lee. And to be honest, Shikaku got excited when Rock Lee started beating up Gaara. It blew everyone's mind, like, what the hell? Up until the point where Rock Lee managed to almost get him, but Gaara managed to do a sand tidal wave to push him off. But instead of breaking his arms or legs this time, Gaara just slams a massive hand into Rock Lee, hitting him onto the ground, pinning him completely. And when Rock Lee is knocked, he's completely out cold. Guy doesn't need to panic knowing that Lee's going to break his leg. No, Gaara releases the sand and uses the sand to lift at Rock Lee and goes, "Thank you for the fight," and walks away. Now, to everyone else, that looked kind of cold, but it's the fact that Gaara picked up Rock Lee, looked at Rock Lee, acknowledged him, and said, "Thank you for the fight." And Gaara walks away. Rock Lee goes, "No, thank you for not holding back." And Rock Lee's like, "I'm so tired." And so what goes down is when it's Naruto vs Kiba, Kiba says, "Can we swap? I don't want to fight him. Can we swap, please? I don't want to fight him." Naruto goes, "Why, Kiba?" He goes, "You're scary, Naruto. I'm not gonna lie." Naruto goes, that's cool. Well, you and Akamaru got this. Give it a go. For Akamaru's sake." And Naruto pushes everyone. He uses his unique, because despite Naruto having the Nine-Tails Chakra, he's still Naruto Uzumaki, okay? He's still Naruto, with a more upbeat attitude thanks to Shisui, the confidence that Shisui has built into him. And so what goes down is Naruto does really good, and so does Kiba. He does way better. Naruto just ducks and dodges Kiba's attack, even helping Akamaru and bouncing right around them, to the point where Naruto has to end it. So Naruto immediately appears by both of them. He grabs both of them really quickly, and he throws them at the wall, knocking them both out. And Naruto walks over and grabs Akamaru from the wall, and he goes, "It's alright, Akamaru." Akamaru gets up and barks at him, but licks Naruto. Naruto pulls out Kiba, and Kiba goes, "Damn, that was sore." "Well, thanks, Naruto." Naruto and Kiba fist bump, and he goes, "Next time, Kiba?" He goes, "Yeah." And so what goes down is Sakura and Sakura and what's her name? They still tie each other out. Tenten still loses to Tamari. So all the fights all go the same except for Sasuke and the Hidden Sound Ninja. Now the third Hokage understands that the Hidden Sound clan is under Orochimaru, and he has plans for this Hidden Sound village. What's it called? The third Hokage has, just like how Naruto helped the Hidden Wave village, well, Shisui did. They're going to do the same with the Hidden Sound village. Okay. And so what goes down is, as the Sound Ninja hits Sasuke, Sasuke activates a little bit of lightning chakra in his hands, And he runs, but he didn't realize that he actually sparked the lightning all over his body. Mimicking Rock Lee's movements when he fought Gaara, Sasuke actually appeared right behind the Sound Ninja at the same speed, and Sasuke goes, what the? And as the Sound Ninja turns around, Sasuke immediately dodges and appears on the other side. Realizing that the amp of his Sharingan and the fact that he now amplified himself with a change in chakra nature, Sasuke unintentionally splits himself up to the speed of Rock Lee. And Sasuke goes, he's smiling until he gets a hand grabbed onto his shoulder and punched in the face as his chakra gets drained. And Sasuke goes, alright, Shisui's gonna grab me for that. He looks right at the Sound Ninja, puts him under a Genjutsu. Sasuke gets back up and goes, thank you for the fight, now you can walk out now. And the Sound Ninja walks out, and the fight goes to Sasuke. Everyone's impressed, and when it comes down to technically the last fight, it's Hinata and Neji. Now he's actually, everyone's there, everyone's watching, okay? Everyone's watching. And Shisui goes, don't hold back, young Hinata. And Naruto goes, yeah, you got this. And Neji's like, whatever. Hinata walks up to him and she bows to Neji and goes, I'm looking forward to a good fight there, big bro Neji. He goes, whatever, Lady Hinata. Just show me what you got. And she smiles and goes, alright. Her hands emit chakra around her hands. Everyone buzzes out and she starts to take a stance. She runs into Neji and she instantly begins to fight him. Neji is quite impressed with the speed and they start to go toe to toe. Now Neji is a prodigy, we all know that, and he's surprisingly strong for a kid. However, thanks to the continuous training of Shisui and the fact that he could find her blind spots and point them out instantly, and the fact that she also is used to activating her Byakugan more than an hour at a time, she's really powerful, you know. And not only that, her chakra control is at a different level. And so as she begins to fight, she picks up the speed and begins to rotate. Neji has to do the same. Both of them enter into a counter attack where she does 64 palms and he's doing a counter 64 palms just to keep up with her. Hisashi's like, what am I seeing? Is that really Hinata? And Shisui goes, yes, that's really your daughter. That's the potential of what your daughter would have been if you just gave her a little faith. Hisashi looks at Shisui and he gets angry and goes, how dare you? Shisui looks right at him and looks at him. And what happens is Hisashi was about to comment about the Uchiha, but he didn't. He just didn't. Because he understood that Shisui was right. His daughter is keeping up with Neji, but she couldn't do it before. Neji's trying his best to even try to stop Hinata, but Hinata is coming at a full flurry until Neji sees an opening. As Hinata accidentally slips on her main rotation, he hits her in the shoulder and he begins a counter attack where she has to go into the defensive now. And it's go backwards and forth. Everyone's super surprised. Neji goes from being super serious to actually excited, and then he starts to get happy. Hinata goes from a nervous to aggressive to an excited feeling. And when they both go trade blow for blows, Neji can't believe it. He begins to talk. You really can change your destiny, huh? I'm impressed, Lady Hinata. Just to show you how powerful you really have become in your team. And she goes, yeah, Neji, thank you so much. And as they begin to attack, she goes, no, take this. She does a rotation, and this blows Hisashi's mind. Her rotation begins, he does a counter rotation, and Hisashi puts his hand up and he starts to clap. He goes, that's my girl. That's my girl. He claps his hands, and he goes, good. Hinata, Neji, go all out. Neji and both of them hear this excitement. Chakra emits from Hinata as she goes to throw a last gentle fist. But just unfortunately for her, Neji managed to duck, come around, and hit her. And then he instantly implanted the 64 palm jutsu. But hey, he managed to get it. And before Hinata collapsed, she activated she reconnected her chakra pathways, much like how Neji did activated his chakra when he was stuck in the water prison with Kisame. Pretty similar. She was able to briefly do that, and she falls. She kicks Neji in the head, and she completely collapses. Neji rocks back. And as he's looking, he's super impressed. He's actually jealous that she was able to handle the 64 palms jutsu and still be able to kick him. And what happens is Neji wipes his face. Naruto appears right by Hinata because she lost, of course. And Neji looks right at Naruto. And when he sees Naruto, because his Byakugan still activated, he sees the enormous chakra. But he doesn't feel the darkness that he used to believe he used to feel looking at Naruto. Instead, he just sees this light, this happiness. Naruto grabs this Hinata and he puts some of his chakra on her. It's alright, Naruto. Naruto goes over and kisses Hinata on the head, and the Nine Tails chakra envelops her. One Tails of the chakra envelops her. Everyone's amazed, and Hinata's wounds begin to heal. And he goes, don't worry. And Naruto stands up. This is a gift from Kurama, by the way. And he removes the chakra and he goes, great fight, Neji. Neji gets up and he goes, yeah, are you gonna heal me soon? He goes, so Kurama's kind of biased. He was actually angry that you hurt Hinata, so I can tell you right now. And then this is when Neji starts to feel the Ninetales' anger massively growing. He goes, oh, I see. And Naruto goes, yeah, sorry about that. Naruto walks away from Hinata, and Neji just bows to her. He looks at Hisashi, and from there, the Hyuga way absolutely changed. You know, like, Hinata proved that they're not bound by destiny. They can become stronger, and she did it herself. And when she goes to the stands, Hisashi goes to his daughter. He rushes to hug her. He didn't care about formalities. And so does Hanabi. They're like proud of that. Like, I'm proud of you, big sis. And he's like, I am so sorry. And she cries to her dad. And she goes, she understands. It's not like our clan's place to be weak. And he goes, no, that's the problem. I think we should change how we view ourselves as our clan. I think we'll do it through you. And she smiles. And Hisashi goes, I may not approve it right now, Uzumaki Naruto, but I accept you. Naruto's like, Shisui punches him in the head. You take that acceptance and you bow, idiots. Naruto's like, oh, thank you, Lord Hisashi. And he goes, you're right. You have fine students. Continue with your awesome training there, Shisui. Shisui smiles, and what happens? All Team 7 pass, and then make it to. Oh no, sorry, no, not all Team 7 do pass. Hinata doesn't pass, but however, she asks Shisui for the month. Can she actually go back to her clan to train with them and hang out? And he's sweet with that, you know. And Naruto is talking to her in Hinata, and Naruto understands because Shisui told him that he actually has to do a special type of training with someone. And she goes, who? And she goes, oh, my godfather, Jiraiya, the legendary Sani. And she goes, whoa, that's your godfather? Yeah, that was my father's sensei, you know, the third Hokage student. Yeah. And what happens is, she's like, oh, alright, Naruto. And she gives Naruto a kiss, which blows Naruto's mind. And she walks away. And what happens, because Naruto drops off to her clan's house, Sasuke's with him. And as they're walking, Naruto goes, what are you going to do, Sasuke? And he goes, well, since the third Hokage approved for Karin to live in the village, I've been helping her out a lot. So Naruto goes, whoa, really? Anything serious? And Sasuke kind of blushes, and I'm not going to tell. Naruto goes, it's alright, but what are you going to do anyway? Well, Shisui told me I should meet up with Kakashi Hatake. And he goes, really? He goes, yeah, well, my affinity for lightning chakra is something specialized to Kakashi, you know? So I should go see him. Naruto goes, well, Kakashi Hatake is another person with the Sharingan. And he goes, I know. He holds the will of another Uchiha, Obito Uchiha, which makes Kakashi an unofficial Uchiha. Naruto goes, yeah, he was also my father's student, both Obito and Kakashi. And he's like, whoa, I'm definitely going to be training with Kakashi now. And Sasuke fist bumps Naruto and goes, you do your best. And Naruto goes, yeah, you do your best, just watch out for Kaden, eh? And Sasuke he gets a red face and runs away. Naruto goes, and as Naruto walks towards the coordinates to where Shisui told Naruto to be, Naruto sees Jiraiya. Jiraiya goes, hello kid. And Naruto walks over to him and bows to him, Lord Jiraiya. And he goes, that Shisui has really taught you really well. You have the well-manneredness like Uchiha. That's good. Well, long story short, kid. As you know, I'm Jiraiya, legendary Sani. Also the sage toad of Mount Miyaboku, your father's sensei. Naruto goes, yes, I'm well informed. And he goes, well, there's not much we can do here. Naruto goes, really? And he goes, well, I've heard that your power with the Ninetales is actually inexplicable. And I was considering giving you the key to unlocking the Ninetales. The Ninetales like, what? However, when I heard about what happened with the chakra exchange between you and the Ninetales and what your mother actually did, I'm a little bit hesitant. And the Ninetales immediately tells Naruto, let me speak. Naruto makes a shadow clone. And shadow clone appears and Jiraiya's like, huh? And Kurama goes, so what are you saying? Am I going to be fully trapped in here forever? And he goes, oh. And Naruto goes, that's Kurama. He goes, oh, I see. That's pretty cool. Well, Kurama, I'll explain to you. Kushina, as you know, bound your soul and your chakra to Naruto. And he goes, yes. But that goes a little bit further than that. We found that, as of right now, if you and Naruto were to fuse your chakras right now, you'd probably blow Naruto up. And probably destroy the entire village and half of the area. Ninetales and Naruto's eyes opened up. They're, what? And he goes, you guys don't realize, but at a cellular level, your guys' chakra is emitting what is pretty much the equivalent to a supernova explosion within your body. The Ninetales like, whoa. And so, what do you see? And he goes, I have to unlock it slowly. I have to make sure that Naruto's body and your body, because it's both of your bodies together now, can handle the exchange of power. And so I actually am here to take you guys to a different type of training to help even or balance out the power. And the Nine Tails goes, what is it? And he goes, I'm going to be taking you both to Mount Miyaboku where we're going to learn Sage Mode. And the Nine Tails like, Sage Mode? And he goes, don't worry, kid. And the Nine Tails goes, I'm older than you. And he goes, I'm not talking to you. And Nine Tails goes, I get it. Naruto goes, you right? And he goes, yeah. Thanks, Naruto. The Nine Tails releases Naruto releases the Shadow Clone, and the Nine Tails re-enters Naruto, and Naruto goes, that's much easier way we can talk, instead of you just taking it with the full body. And Kurama goes, well, you never thought about it till now, okay? And Naruto goes, yes, I get it. And Kurama, and Jiraiya's like, I see you have a lot of inner monologue to yourself, and he goes, well, yeah, kinda. The Kurama's within me, duh. And Jiraiya kind of laughs. There. He goes, well, come on, kid. And he goes, what's that? I want you to sign this. And what's that? He goes, this is a scroll to the this is a sealing scroll so you can gain your summoning. And Naruto goes, oh, okay. He writes down his hand and puts his handprint on. Jiraiya reverse summons the scroll away. And in a matter of seconds, Jiraiya looks at his hand and Naruto's like, so what now, Jiraiya Sensei? This poof. Jiraiya disappears and Naruto's like, what? Jiraiya Sensei. Sorry, I just got hiccups again. Naruto goes, Jiraiya Sensei. Boom, he poofs away too. And he appears in Mount Miyaboku. That's where he stands in front of Kamakichi, Gamabunta, and all the main toads. And Naruto's like, whoa. All of them look at Naruto and they feel the monstrous chakra within. And it makes them really nervous. Until Fukasaku jumps down and goes, not to worry, my children. And lands right on Jiraiya's shoulder. He goes, Naruto is probably our best bet of being protected at all times. And what happens is Gamabunta's like, yeah, Gramps. They go away. What ends up going down is Jiraiya goes, well, I'm here. Here's the kid, Lord Fukasaku, but I gotta go. Fukasaku smacks Jiraiya in the head with a chakra rod. And he's what was that for? And he goes, you haven't completed Sage Mode. So this boy's gonna be training, so are you. Hello, Naruto Uzumaki. I am Fukasaku. I am one of the main teachers of Sage Mode. I will be your sensei. Naruto's like, I'm glad to meet you. And he goes, this is not going to be easy though, because of how much power you and the Nine Tails have between each other. Yes, this is not going to be easy. The Nine Tails is about to speak, but Naruto goes, I got you. And he goes, so how will this affect us really? And he goes, well, this could affect you guys massively. Fukasaku walks over to a gigantic stone statue, and he picks it up. He goes, can you pick this up? Naruto grabs the stone statue and picks it up with one hand. And he's like, oh, right. Naruto goes, I'm amped by the Nine Tails. Me and Kurama are merged. I have the equivalent strength to a tail beast. Naruto puts the giant statue down, and he's like, oh, I see. Now I know why you're here. And so what happens is Fukasaku takes Naruto to the giant sage toad. What's it called? The one that was Hagoromo Otsutsuki's sage master, And so what goes down is, as Gamamaru explains about Naruto and how special he is, and the fact that Jiraiya is right, that you guys can't remove the seal too early, you could kill yourself, and will repeat over a period of time. Every time you resurrect, you just resurrect and blow up. And Naruto goes, oh, that's crazy. Kurama was like, okay, this is really, really scary now. And so what goes down is Gamamaru states that with Sage Mode, it'll be able to allow you guys to be able to access that form, that true power that you guys have, without the negative consequences of too much power just fusing and expanding too rapidly. Sage Mode can allow the accumulation of your power to build over time. And what happens is Kurama goes, I understand it. Well then, let's proceed. Naruto goes, you're way more eager than I am. And Jiraiya goes, damn. Well, we got a month, kid. You'll probably be as good as I was by the time I was finished. And Fukasaku goes, oh, no. I heard this kid can make shadow clones. So him and the shadow clones are going to be doing this. And so are you, Jiraiya. Jiraiya's like, what? Oh, I remember, Jiraiya. Grandma's cooking, remember? And Jiraiya's like, oh, those insects. And so for the next month, Naruto and Jiraiya spend the whole month training at Mount Miyaboku until they come to the Chunin exams. Now, Naruto is going to be the late one, okay? He is definitely going to be the late one, and yes, he's going to be fighting Neji. However, this Neji is different, okay? This Neji is not the Neji at all. He's no longer that same Neji that fought Naruto in the past, though. This Neji had a whole month to train and see that just by pure work and skill, someone like Hinata can become his equal. that she was nothing to him in the beginning. Now she's his absolute equal. And so as Neji walks over to Naruto, onto the arena, he goes, "Where is Naruto?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, where is he now?" Poof! A smoke appears, and they see a little frog appear out of nowhere. They're like, "What?" And the frog begins to weave hand signs, and there's a reverse summon, and out appears Naruto, and Jiraiya. They're like, "Whoa!" Jiraiya grabs the toad and puts the toad back into his pocket. He goes, "Thank you." And Jiraiya taps Naruto in the head. "Yeah, you're right, kid. See you later, Kurama." And he jumps away, and the Ninetales says, "Yeah, see ya." "Are you ready, Naruto?" And Naruto goes, "Yeah. Should I do the Sage Mode?" And he goes, Nah, let me." Naruto goes, "That's so cool." And anyway, Kurama instantly goes to the Sage Mode, and Naruto's eyes immediately change into the into the merged Ninetales eyes. I'm going to state that the eyes are going to look more like the eyes that Naruto had when he fought Pain, and the Ninetales Chakra and Sage Mode merged, and that's when Naruto's going to have the red-eyed version, okay? Not the Sixth Path or the KCM eyes version. He's got not the orange version, the red eyes version. And so as Naruto does this, Neji's like, "What the?" His chakra just... And immediately Naruto's chakra just balanced out. Naruto smiles. "I won't use no actual jutsu, but I'll fight you hand to hand if you don't mind, Neji." Neji smiles. "And you're going to take your advantage away from me? Are you?" And Naruto goes, "Who said my way of fighting is my advantage? No one has really known how technically strong I am." And Neji instantly goes, "What?" Naruto appears right in front of him. And Naruto pulls one hand out and throws a hand like a gentle fist, and Neji just able to dodge it. And he's about to attack Naruto, but Naruto instantly starts to smack Neji's hand left and right. And Neji's like, "What the?" Naruto's eyes are closed. Okay, now with Naruto having Sage Mode and the Ninetales natural sensory abilities amplified to the max, Naruto can fight with his eyes closed, and he can use what's it called, frog community. You know, he can use that kind of combat. And so as Neji and Naruto begin to fight, Neji is instantly hard pressed by the fact that every time it hits Naruto's hand's like a bloody stone wall or something that's unmovable. If Naruto was strong before, this is insane. Everyone's watching him, and they see that Naruto's chakra is balanced out. Even the third Hokage leans over and goes, "What has he done?" And Orochimaru, posing as the actually no, I'm not going to say that. The Kazekage goes, "I don't know, but it looks interesting." Bear in mind, Orochimaru is still in prison in Konoha. And the third Hokage knows that Konoha Crush is still going to happen, okay? So this is all playing into the third Hokage's plan. So I hope you guys all understand very soon. But anyway, what goes down is as Naruto and Neji are fighting, Naruto goes, "This is a perfect way for me to hone my abilities without looking." Neji goes, "You think this is a game?" And Naruto goes, "No, this is actually a good exercise for me and you to see where we actually are in terms of taijutsu." Neji's like, "What?" Naruto leans his hands up, punches Neji right in the gut, sends him flying. Neji hits the wall and he goes, "Ugh. Damn, that was harder than I thought." Naruto goes, "That's what I meant. It just shows where you are in skill on your taijutsu alone. I believe if Rock Lee was to fight you right now, he'll take you out." Rock Lee's like, "Ugh." And so this goes back upon your ideology. "I remember how you were when I first met you, Neji. What's changed now? Because Hinata showed you that hard work and determination can beat prodigies, right?" And Neji looks at Naruto. "That was my main goal. I was going to humiliate you and make you realize that even though you are Hyuga, you're not destined for this or that. You can be whoever you want to be. But I'm also here to give you a gift. I learned a lot of unique techniques being in Mount Miyaboku, and something from my Ninetales that I actually learned, which is pretty cool. And I hope you are very great. I like this gift I'm about to give you, Neji. It's going to hurt. It's probably going to be one of the worst pains you felt since you first got it on your head. However, by the time I'm done, it'll be gone." Neji's like, "What the?" Naruto appears immediately, and Ninetales tails appear around Neji, grabbing all his arms. Naruto weaves a hand sign and puts his hand on the ground. A seal appears. And what goes down, chains appear and grabbing Neji's arm, and Naruto places his hand right on Neji's head. And doing so, Naruto's chakra explodes. Neji's chakra erupts too. What goes down is the Ninetales chakra appears on Neji's body. And what goes down, and Neji screams in absolute agony as the mark on Neji's head burns away. Neji's like, "The only way you get rid of this is death." Naruto goes, "I know, but the Ninetales is not going to let you die." And Neji's like, "What?" Naruto slams his tail and the chakra into Neji more, pushing the entire curse seal on Neji's head away entirely. And as Naruto stops, Neji hits the ground. And before he blacks out, Naruto goes, "I hope you like your gift." And Neji saw What Naruto did through the mirror that Naruto threw him, Neji does not have the curse mark on his or the mark that he gets as being a side branch family. By this time, his Hizashi Hyuga has already slightly changed. It's been a month, so he processed this. Naruto goes, there you go, now you can make your own destiny, right? Neji looked right at Naruto. He's about to cry. Naruto goes, don't you forget, there's still a fight. Naruto backhands Neji, sends him flying. Neji's out of the ring. And Naruto goes and picks him up and goes, I hope you're alright, sorry about that. And he carries Neji out to the medical ward. And from there, everyone else's fight's going to go relative. The only person that's going to have a really different fight is Sasuke vs Gaara. And I'll explain to you why. Now, Sasuke learned from Kakashi much more faster. He's already got 3 Tomo Sharingan. So he was able to learn the Chidori in under 2 weeks perfectly and master it. And so what goes down is, Kakashi appears by Shisui and he goes, he's quite something else, isn't he? And Shisui goes, yeah, he is actually. He goes, you have any idea for the future? And he goes, I have one idea for his future. I think it'd be perfect for him. And he goes, oh? Who do you mind? He goes, I think I'm going to send Sasuke with Orochimaru. Kakashi looks at Shisui and Kakashi goes, what? And he goes, I'll explain to you after. You're a sensei and you're my friend. But the third Hokage told me just to talk to you about this briefly and we'll talk about it after. And then Kakashi agrees. Shisui gives him the nod and Kakashi disappears. Now, what no one knows is Konoha is ready for the Konoha crush. Every single journey is in its own unique position. They know that the hidden sand and the hidden sound are still going to attack because Kabuto is going to use the hidden sound and the hidden sand together to attack the hidden leaf. The fourth Kazekage is still a part of the plan and he's still going to do so, okay? But this is going to go badly in their way, so badly, and you guys will see very soon. And so, as Sasuke appears, he appears like a mean as lightning, hits the ground, and stands there. Naruto's like, show off! Sasuke gives a big ass smile. Gaara goes, I'm glad you're here. And Sasuke goes, wow, it's so interesting not to feel you were killed in the tent. You must have done a lot of training with your tail beasts. And he goes, yes, me and Shikaku have kind of come to terms. And Sasuke goes, that's awesome. I hope you don't hold back on me. And what happens is Gaara's like, I wouldn't dream of it. Immediately sand erupts around Gaara. And Sasuke sees this, he immediately reads hand signs. Fire style, majestic destroyer, flames jutsu. Boom, it's just the biggest fire style that everyone has seen since the third Hokage. The third Hokage's like, what the? Gaara's sands turn into glass immediately. He has to use the sand to pick up the ground, the earth off the ground, just to use the earth and the sand to protect him from the enormous eruption of fire that Sasuke brought out. And in a flash, the moment Sasuke did this, he instantly weaves hand sign to the Chidori. Sasuke leans back, lightning style starts to arc around his body. He disappears. He runs around the entire stadium, making a blue arc around it. And as Gaara just sees the blue streak, Sasuke jumps in and goes, Chidori! And goes, throws it. Gaara manages to make a shield, but the Chidori goes through and hits him straight in the shoulder. Sasuke doesn't pierce him, he actually taps Gaara. He knows the deadly nature of the Chidori, and as he taps Gaara, Gaara instantly gets massively electrocuted. Shikaku's like, whoa, this kid. And as he lets go of Gaara, the sand falls apart, and he looks right at him, he's like, ugh. He's about to attack Sasuke, but Sasuke goes, I'm sorry, but it's over. Boom, uses the Sharingan, and Gaara's like, ugh, enter into the mindscape. Shikaku instantly hits Gaara and said, wake up, dummy! You lost! Gaara's like, what? And he goes, the Uchiha used the Genjutsu on you. You surrendered. Just before I woke you up. I'm sorry. Gaara's like, no, not your fault, Shikaku. Thank you. The fourth Kazekage was so angry that Gaara didn't explode and do what he needed him to do. And so this is going to come up to a massive, it's going to come up ahead soon. Now, it eventually comes to a battle royale. I'm just going to state it's going to be between Tamari, Konkuro, I don't know, Naruto and Sasuke. And just for relevance, Tamari and Konkuro are going to get blitzed by Naruto and Sasuke. They know they're nothing. They pretty much are going to get owned. Then it comes to the final match between Naruto and Sasuke, 2 Team 7 members. Sasuke goes, I heard you learned a lot of jutsus there, Naruto. Naruto goes, yeah, I did, Sasuke. What about you? He goes, I learned a few. After all, my sensei is Kakashi of the Sharingan. Naruto goes, shut up. As they both get ready, Sasuke goes, don't hold back on me, idiot. Naruto activates Sage Mode and just takes Sasuke off guard. He goes, oh, I didn't dream of doing that. Sasuke disappears using his lightning to increase his movements. Naruto disappears too. and then a brief flash, all they see is orange and, well, orangey red streaks and blue streaks smashing everywhere, clashing, cracking the stage everywhere, and everyone's like, what the? They're jumping around, arcing around the arena until Sasuke notices something. Naruto jumps in there, kicks Sasuke, and he stays in the air, and Sasuke goes, hey, wait a minute, how are you? And Naruto goes, wind style, dancing dragon jutsu. Yes, I'm able to fly using wind style. I use wind style, by the way, that's my chakra nature. Naruto instantly rushes at Sasuke, flying straight down to him. Sasuke, what the boom? Naruto hits the ground, using his super enhanced strength of the Sage Mode and the Nine Tails strength. Naruto cracks half the arena immediately, and Sasuke goes, damn, I have to avoid those hands. If I get hit by those once, I'm a dead man. I can't even put him under a genjutsu because him and Nine Tails' connection to each other is that strong. I'm gonna have to use that jutsu then. Sasuke immediately appears and begins to use whoever's hand signs, and what happens is he makes a shadow clone, which surprises Naruto, and what goes down is they split up and they begin to run around opposite sides doing the same Chidori arc, and as both of them go by and both of them slams their hands together, both the shadow clones slam both their Chidori lightning jutsu together and jump at Naruto, and Sasuke goes, double Chidori, streaming arc jutsu! And as it comes at Naruto, Naruto's amazed at how much power is coming from Sasuke. But Naruto goes, I'm sorry, Sasuke. Wind style! Boom! The Rasengan appears around Naruto's hand. Wind style Rasengan! Naruto's wind style Rasengan hits Sasuke's, what's it called, double streaming Chidori arc jutsu. And as it does so, Naruto actually blows Sasuke away because wind style beats out on lightning style. And as Sasuke hits the wall and the shadow clones poof, Tomorrow goes, she couldn't believe she's met another wind style user that's more powerful than she is. She can't believe it. She's like, whoa, I'm so grateful I didn't fight him. And as Naruto lands, he looks at Sasuke. Sasuke's breathing heavily. He's like, I see you're full of tricks, eh? Naruto goes, it hasn't even started, honestly. And Sasuke goes, he gets up, he powers up one more Chidori, and the rest of his body's limp. Sasuke only has one more Chidori, he's barely standing in the crater he made. And he goes, there's everything I got, Naruto. I told you I wasn't going to hold back. And I'm grateful that you kind of did in a way. Naruto goes, I held back? And goes, yeah, well, you're not going to your chakra forms. Naruto goes, oh, well, let me explain. I'm actually in Sage Mode, so Sage Mode puts me at that absolute potential. So I don't need to go into that Tail Beast form to be as strong as I am. Both the chakra form is merged with the Sage Mode ability, so I can have all the power without none of the aesthetic. And Sasuke looks at Naruto like, and it goes, Sage Mode goes, oh, so technically I can naturally build up Sage Mode, or Kurama can do it for me. You know, we're one and the same. So when he builds up Sage Mode energy, I build up Sage Mode energy, blah, blah, blah. We neutralize each other's overexertion of Sage Mode. And Sasuke's like, he's so confused. And his Chidori is still arcing in his hand. Naruto appears by Sasuke, grabbing him and throws him on the ground while dispersing the Chidori. And Naruto slams his foot on Sasuke and goes, but it's done now. Thank you, Sasuke. This was a really great fight. I appreciate it so much. Sasuke goes, at least it took your full power to beat me. Naruto smiles. Not even close. Sasuke knocks out hearing that last insult. And what happens is Naruto wins the Chunin exam, and he's made a Chunin, so Sasuke. And what goes down as they're doing this, the ceremony of the awards, this is when they see something. Gold dust start to appear all over the air, and then feathers appear everywhere. The entire village, or the villagers in the stadium, get put into a genjutsu. The ones that are not bound by it, they don't. Gaara does not help the hidden sand this time, and he tells Conqueror and Tomorrow to stay out of this. They're like, but, and he goes, no. And he sits down and goes, we're not going to interfere. I tried to advise Father not to attack. It was pointless, but just like his counterpart Kabuto, they didn't listen. And Conqueror's like, I see. Well, I follow you, brother. And Tomorrow goes, yeah. And as the hidden sand village starts to attack in the hidden sound village, they are deeply surprised when certain jutsu start to appear immediately. What's it called? The Akamichi, the Nara already on the walls. They already have everyone bound. Like they try to attack. The Nara already make their shadow paralysis jutsu, paralyzing them. The Inuichi, the Yamanaka, all of them. The third Hokage already had them all ready. As the snake summonings came in, what happens? They got thrown out immediately by the Akamichi. There's like 30 Akamichi that can go massive, not like the dead, but you know. And so they're all really strong. The Yamanaka, all of them, the bug people, the dog people, all of them take out the hidden sound, the sand village, but they were ordered not to kill none of them. That's the one order they will put to. And as this goes down, Kabuto don't care about taking on the third Hokage. He thinks and only thinks of getting Orochimaru, which is the problem. And this is going to be Kabuto's problem for the future, okay? What ends up going down is, as that happens, the third Hokage goes, what the hell's the meaning of this, Lord Fourth, to the fourth Kazekage. The fourth Kazekage turns to gold dust, and the third Hokage looks over, and a massive gold fist is about to hit the third Hokage. But what goes down is as a ribcage of a Susanoo appears around the third Hokage, and the third Hokage looks and goes, I was wondering when you appear, young Shisui. He goes, I'm always here, Sensei. To the third Hokage, not to worry, I'm here now. And what happens is, the Kazekage looks at what's it called, Shisui, and as Gaara sees Shisui, Shisui goes, enough. Boom! Uses the Genjutsu, and the fourth Kazekage falls to the ground. Shisui uses his body flicker technique and runs through all the ninja around the village. He runs as fast as he can, putting everyone under a Genjutsu, until slowly but surely appearing right in front of Kabuto. Now bear in mind, this has been a plan that Shisui has had since they found out through Orochimaru that the hidden sand and the hidden sound village were going to attack, and it was only a matter of time before Kabuto came and grabbed Orochimaru. So when Kabuto almost escaped with Orochimaru, Orochimaru cut his arm off and gave it to Kabuto and tells him, you need to leave now. And he goes, what? A snake exits out of the other arm and wraps around Kabuto, biting him. And what ends up going down, another snake appears, grabs Kabuto, and reverse summons himself away. Shisui appears and goes, just as we planned. Orochimaru sits down, his arm regrows back, and Shisui goes, I don't condone your actions or what you have done, but I've seen the merits of the choices that you've done. And so, what goes down, as Kabuto gets reverse summoned away, what happens is that thing that's in his arm actually wraps up around him, and Orochimaru, that becomes Orochimaru. Kabuto didn't know this, but Orochimaru just stole his body. And Shisui knew this. This is part of the third Hokage's plan. The body that's there, the fact that's there, is just a husk. Something that's going to die very soon. Nothing more, not Orochimaru. No more anyway. As they close the cell, Danzo doesn't know anything, and he just thinks that's Orochimaru. He's not informed at all. But the plan was, about 2 days before this, the attack on the Konoha went down, the third Hokage proposed the plan to all the village heads, and they all agreed. Out of all the village heads, Danzo was the only one that wasn't a part of the plan until the end. Which Danzo didn't know. He still didn't know. But what goes down is what the third Hokage explained is Shisui's going to use his jutsu to put Orochimaru under the control of Konoha, and he's going to utilize his unique experiments and his labs in the Hidden Sound Village to not only cease what he's doing, but help out all the people and turn them into a proper village. And this blows their mind. And he goes, not only that, he's going to be helping with intel upon the Akatsuki as well. So I hope you guys all understand. And not only that, Shisui is going to be my main backup. So anyone you got on point, you talk to him, okay? And so they agree. They're like, yes, sweet Lord Third, all good. And so back with Shisui, as he pretty much took out everyone systematically, and Kabuto disappeared, Kabuto reappeared as Orochimaru, and Orochimaru, now with the plan, old man. As he goes on, he reorganizes all his bases, turning them into proper things. He even takes out all his crazy out soldiers, and tries to make them all better, fix all the issues he did. He does better with them. And this is when the situation with Sasuke comes about. Okay, now what goes down, the Konoha crush technically didn't really happen. They don't really need to get Tsunade, but this is when the third Hokage knows that they need to up their ranks. Okay, if Orochimaru now is a part of the Konoha fold, then it's time to do the same with Tsunade. And so what happens is Jiraiya goes, I'll go grab her, and the third Hokage goes, yeah, but she won't come with you. Even if you challenge her, she won't come. And he goes, what are you proposing? Jiraiya states and goes, tell her I'll pay all her debts if she comes back to Konoha and teaches at the medical hospital, teaching the young Konoichis and all that. And he's like, alright then. And as they leave, Naruto goes, the hell are you leaving without me, Lord Jiraiya Sensei? And he goes, I wasn't going to, kid. And as they go south, Sasuke goes, well, I'm coming, Lord Jiraiya. And he's like, huh? And Hinata's like, yeah, me too. And Jiraiya's like, huh? And Kaden goes, just by default, because of Sasuke, I want to come as well. And so Jiraiya's like, 4 kids, huh? And Shisui goes, well, we got to struggle along, she was technically from Hidden Sound Village, but she may sound logic that what she wants to do, and she's been admitted here by Konoha, by the third Hokage. And she's Sasuke's little thing. And she looks at Shisui, and Sasuke's face is red. and looks down, and this kind of cracks with Jiraiya and goes, you cracked me up, Shisui. Well, come on then, you four, let's go. Sasuke and Naruto, they talk, and Hinata and Kaden talk, and they all become really close, very close. And Naruto and Kaden consider each other in their own unique sense family because they're the last of the Uzumaki clan that they know, so they consider themselves like, just like how Sasuke is like there was Shisui. And they grow their close bond like a kind of brotherly sisterly bond. And Hinata and Kaden become best friends immediately. And Sasuke and Naruto, well, they're best friend rivals, always going to be. And so the next couple of days go on until Naruto senses a huge ass chakra coming from one town. So they get there, and yep, of course, it's Lady Tsunade. Jiraiya, of course, talks to Tsunade, and they have a drink and have a beer. And Tsunade is about to piss Naruto off about talking down about the Hokage. But Jiraiya goes, hey, anyway, Tsuna, the old man sent me here to bring you back to the village. Why would I come back to the village, Jiraiya? You must be crazy. And he goes, he even said that he'll pay your debt off too. All of it. Boom! She spits out all her alcohol all over the table. Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata and Kaden are like, whoa. And she's like, I'm in. She wipes her mouth, gets up, and she walks out. And he goes, no, chill out, just sleep on it and we'll leave tomorrow. Okay? And so what goes down, they do. And as they sleep on it and get ready to leave, this is when they're approached by a hooded figure as they're leaving on the road. Orochimaru takes the headband off. Sasuke and Naruto and everyone are ready. But Jiraiya's like, it's alright, it's alright. Hey, Orochimaru, long time. And he goes, hey, Jiraiya, thank you for saving me, by the way, old friend. Tsunade's like, what's going on? And he goes, oh, yeah, well, and then this is when Jiraiya explains everything, the plan, everything like that. And Tsunade's like, the old man is really dangerous for what he just did right there. However, I get what he's trying to do. She walks up to Orochimaru, punches him straight in the face, but not hard, just gives him a slight jab. Welcome back, you idiot. And Orochimaru bows to her, and he goes, I would like to learn some more formal jutsus from you if you can teach me, Tsuna. And she goes, she will, she understands his plan. And not only that, Orochimaru goes to Sasuke, Sasuke, when you're ready, you can come to the Hidden Sound Village. I will teach you all the jutsus I know. Sasuke looks at Orochimaru and goes, I know you have an affinity to lightning chakra and snakes. So I'm willing to help teach you, when you're ready, the White Snake Sage Mode. Sasuke blows his mind, but Orochimaru goes, I'm going to continue my training and master the Dragon Snake Sage Mode, but when I'm finished, I'll come and call for you, Sasuke. I already talked to the Hokage and he's okay with it. Sasuke's just amazed. He's like, okay, Lord Orochimaru. He looks at Naruto and goes, see you later, kid. Hinata as well, and they disappear. Now this is where things go really interesting for Konoha, okay? Especially for Danzo. Shisui has had enough of Danzo and all his plans, and Kakashi now this is where I'm gonna say, Kakashi has been doing certain jobs for the third Hokage, and that certain jobs was trying to find the Akatsuki's base, and not only that, watch Danzo en route, and he found all the information he needed. All the things he needed, what Danzo did, what he conspired to do. And he brought it in written letters. Kakashi takes it up to the village meeting, where Danzo is called in by the village heads, all the village heads, and the third Hokage, sitting there. Tsunade's there with Jiraiya as well, and Orochimaru walks into the room. At first everyone's shocked, but the third Hokage tells them that they'll explain, but not yet. Orochimaru goes, sits by the legendary signing, all three of them are right there. And this is when he explains, Danzo, my old friend, please step here. And Danzo goes, what is this all about, Hiruzen? And he sees all the village elders, even Shikaku and all of them, all the village head. It has come to our attention that all the crimes that you have done in the service of Konoha and against the service of Konoha. I see that you are the reason that the Akatsuki is formed and made the way that it is. Thanks to you killing, who was this? Yahiko? Yes, Yahiko. If the information is served right. And he goes, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, all these testimonies and all that stuff are corroborated through the Hidden Rain, and Hidden Sound, and Hidden Leaf Village. And Danzo looks and goes, he's just shocked and goes, and all the heinous things you've done, especially what's on your right arm and your eye right now. And Danzo's really, really taken aback. He's like, because I'm guessing what Hisashi's is going to say next will shock you. But Hisashi uses his Byakugan and he sees that there's a Hashirama face on his arm and all these weird things. And as Danzo is about to do something, Shisui immediately places him on the Genjutsu from a distance. Shisui walks in, and Danzo is frozen. And Shisui goes, you orchestrated the entire Konoha situation. You orchestrated the death of my clan, my people. Shisui has tears going down his eyes. I wish I could kill you. I really wish I could do so much things to you. I had not have, and as Shisui cries, I have not dealt with the burden of my clan's death because of you. Shisui pulls out a sword, and before Danzo can do anything, Shisui cuts off Danzo's arm immediately and falls to the ground. The village elders remove it and they see all the Sharingan on Danzo's arms. Danzo's like, and Shisui uses Scorch Style to scorch up the wound, and he goes, oh no, you're not healing that back. And Danzo's like, and he heals it, like the wound is fully healed. And Shisui grabs the Sharingan at Danzo's eye and rips it out entirely. And looks at Danzo and the third Hokage as the head of the Uchiha clan. I thank you. Bows to the third Hokage. He takes the arm and the eyes and puts them in a vat. Not far from Orochimaru. Orochimaru goes, Shin Uchiha's arm. I remember doing that. Danzo's looking at him and he goes, Orochimaru, he goes, he is an asset to the Hidden Leaf, Danzo. Unfortunately for you, you are not. And the third Hokage goes, it pains me because you are my best friend. It pains me that I have to do this. But Danzo, Shimura, you will spend life in jail. We will never see the sun again. And Danzo, like, he pretty much just gives in. He gives into his dishonor. Danzo is arrested, and all the village talks about the situations where what's going to happen now. But third Hokage goes, well, I'm ready to retire and give the job to you there, Shisui. Shisui looks at the third Hokage like, oh, what? And he goes, well, what do you say? Shisui go, I would love to become Hokage, but, and he goes, I'm not going to make you a Hokage yet, but I want you to say yes to being my successor. And Shisui kind of has a tear going down his eyes, and he bows. He goes, I'll do my very best to live up to your expectations. All the village heads stand up and clap their hands. With Shisui saying that you're pretty much the golden child of the Hidden Leaf. Thank you so much. And like another Minato has arrived. And so Shisui's happy, and they thank him for all the hard work he's done with Naruto and Sasuke, and they're going to become powerful shinobi. And this is when Shisui puts up a situation. He goes, oh, one thing. Lady Tsunade, I have a request if you can. My student / sibling Hinata would like to know if she could train her. Oh? She's going to be training medical ninjutsu again. Not just that, she wants to learn your jutsu herself. She wants to become your student. If Naruto and Sasuke are going to be students of 2 legendary signing, she wants to be the 3rd one. And this makes Tsunade smile. She cracks her fist. Oh yeah, show me this girl. And she goes, oh, you met her, the Hyuga. It blew Tsunade's mind. She goes, of course I'll train her. And that red hair one too. Orochimaru goes, well, I was going to take her back with me. And because Sasuke's going to take her as well. And he goes, oh. And she goes, alright then. So Kaden goes back with Sasuke with Orochimaru. And this is how it all goes. So after the meeting, Orochimaru smiles and goes, well, Sasuke, have you made the plan up? And Sasuke agrees. And he goes, you're going to be gone from the village for almost 3 years, okay? We're going to be doing some intense training and some changing to the Hidden Sound Village. You okay with that, Sasuke? Sasuke, sweet. He looks at Naruto. I'll see you later, eh? They fist bump, and Naruto goes, yeah. Kaden hugs Naruto, goes, bye, fellow Uzumaki clan member. And he goes, yeah, bye, Kaden. She hugs Hinata, saying goodbye. Sasuke fist bumps Hinata. He goes, that let this idiot run wild. You're the boss, remember? Hinata laughs. And what happens? Orochimaru bows and they leave. A snake appears and bites them and disappears. And Sasuke disappears entirely. Hinata kisses Naruto, and Naruto hangs out with her for the last day because he's actually going to leave the village with Jiraiya for the next 3 years, unfortunately. And so on their last day, this is when Itachi comes to the village with Kisame. And he is actually really nervous to be here because he knows that one person in this village is here. And as he appears, he becomes nostalgic walking to the village until he's confronted by Kakashi, Asuma, and Kurenai. And he was grateful that it wasn't Shisui. He tried his best to fight them off, even Kisame, but then Might Guy came, which made things 10 times worse. And so as they left, this is when Kakashi and Kisame didn't expect that Shisui was living with Naruto all this time. And so when they knocked on Naruto's door, Jiraiya and Naruto and them all in there, Jiraiya left to enjoy himself. Shisui was the one who opened the door, and as Shisui opened the door, his eyes meet Itachi's, and Itachi only saw fear. Kisame saw Itachi and he was about to Kisame saw Shisui and he was about to attack, but a massive green aura blew them both out the door and sent them both flying. Naruto goes, Shisui goes, Naruto! Naruto immediately understands. He uses wind style, dances dragon jutsu, and flies to the third Hokage immediately. He gets out of there. Shisui immediately body flickers, and as he touches ceases, he tries to use his jutsu to try to get away, but immediately Shisui appears and kicks Itachi straight in the face. Kisame tries to attack him, but a Susanoo hand appears, grabbing Samihara and grabbing Kisame. He jumps up and slams him on the ground. When Itachi ceases, he tries to activate a Susanoo, but Shisui grabs them both, and Itachi's like, damn, the worst person to be here. And as Shisui pulls Itachi, and Itachi tries to throw Amaterasu at him, but it does nothing. Shisui looks at him and goes, you know that's not going to burn my Susanoo. It's going to more like burn you more than me. And as he pulls Itachi in, he has to deactivate the Amaterasu. Kisame's like, Itachi, get out of here! And as he squeezes Kisame and looks right at him, boom, Kisame's under a genjutsu and he drops him. And he goes, I see, this is why you are here. Hello, Itachi. Me and you have a lot to talk about. He throws Itachi really hard. And Itachi smashes through the building and hits the wall. And this is when Jiraiya comes back and lands right on top of Kisame. Kisame's like, ugh! And Jiraiya's like, huh? So you're Kisame of the Hidden Mist. So where's that sword of yours? Samihara. Samihara goes to bite Jiraiya, but a Nine-Tails tail grabs Samihara and slams it away. And Samihara instantly grows attached to Naruto. He bites Naruto's tail and absorbs a little bit of the chakra. It starts to shake and crawls up to Naruto and starts to like really love him. And Naruto's like, what the hell is this thing doing? And Kisame's like, damn you, Samihara! And Samihara stayed with Naruto. And as Jiraiya has his foot on his back, and Itachi activates his Mangekyo, activating the Susanoo partially. And as he looks up, Shisui's in its full-powered Susanoo with his eternal Mangekyo looking down at Itachi. And that's when we leave this What If, guys. I hope you guys like this. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. 100 likes, guys. Part 2 will be out tomorrow. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.